had to fight each other. Nearly 130 years they've been fighting. It was in the year 1651 that the British took over from the Portuguese and introduced raiding, kidnapping, burning homes and forcing families into chains and shackles. For a couple of decades, that was how it was. Centuries, that was how it was going. They got a lot of them. From the northern territories of Gold Coast, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and then the other ones, they had to walk them from there to get to this coast. And that's a journey of over 400 miles. According to a historian called Akosia Adoma Pebi. In her book entitled Indigenous Slavery in Ghana from the 15th century to the 19th century, he let us know that many of the slave markets were used here in West Africa. Among the many from Benin to Gambia, Gold Coast alone had about 63 of the slave markets. You have Salaga, Sampa, Janane, Ketekrache, Bonomanso, Kechim, and Picoro, Semanso, the dungeon at Cape Coast, Elmina, Fort Amsterdam, Fort Williams, all the way to the Christian God dungeon in Osu, Accra, just to mention but a few, being used. There was this particular British historian, his name, W.E. Ward. He made us aware that many of the slave markets that I've mentioned were all functional, but two of them were playing historical roles. So then, they should try their possible best to get them. And whilst the animals were feeding on them, they moved the rest out of the park. They succeeded, met a river, they had to cross it. But then the ancestors were so weak, and crossing that river, called the river Pra, got a lot of our ancestors drowning. All those who drowned there were buried just at the bank of the river. The rest were moved towards this particular land. When they got here, they were totally tired, hungry, dirty, and very skinny. They gave them food to eat not because they were hungry. They had to feed them because they looked so tiny and skinny. No buyer would want such a person. Whilst they were feeding them, they were looking among them, especially the men who have grown bushy hairs and all that, were being shaved off with broken bottles and knives. After that was done, they had to now determine how old they were by going into their mouth. They will force their mouth open with a device called speculum oris, and then they will count their teeth, get to know how old they were by judging from the number of teeth they have in there. Today we are going to the river, and then I will request that if it's not a problem for you, we take it without our shoes to honor the ancestors who fought tirelessly for us. We walk so that we could connect their energies back to the soil. We share the same DNAs with them, and so when we put our feet on this land, they get to feel the land through us for the last time, so that they can peacefully rest. So that's what this particular war is all about. But we understand not everybody is comfortable without shoes. So if anybody have a health issue or any other reason, we understand. Okay? So please, if you like to walk with me.
You can take the shoes off now.
Yeah.
I know you can't walk with it. But the tree was blocking it. Here we go, y'all. You want to get the top of that. See, say something different on this side. Yeah, I would have wore mine, but you all seen me bandaging up my toe this month.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't want to get it infected.
How long is this?
Huh? I don't know.
Bad pig, I'm gonna make it.
So y'all see, we're taking this path. They walked our ancestors during that time. As he was saying, they went far as Burkina Faso and Mali in the northern part of Ghana. And then the other ones they had on this end. But this was everybody's destination. Just be careful of them ants. Them black ones, they bite. Watch them ants. So they bite. Taking the path where our ancestors once dwelt. The red and black that y'all see, 24, this is the color that they wear at funerals and stuff. The red and black. And then when you see them do the black and white, that's the Thanksgiving, which would be the day after the funeral. So, see, that's the first Bible return, us returning back. This right here was the last Bible when they took us away.
Here at the ancestral river. There are two main river bodies here. A river called Enonkonsio, which means the Slaves River, and the other one called the Ochi River. Literally, it means something that flows very fast and could grab you. Our ancestors were not allowed to go to that part of the river because their captors were scared. If they got there, the river would wash them away and they would lose their commodities. So they stopped them from going there, and they were kept on this side of the river, called Enonkonsio, or the Slaves River. In there, our ancestors went with chains and shackles, metal balls all around their ankles, so that it would hold them still to prevent them from escaping. While they were there, they couldn't use their hands on themselves, but they could use it on each other. So then, I'll have to get you clean. You clean her, she repeats it to the next person closer until the entire group got clean. But then the ancestors were spotted, and these people thought they were actually trying to console each other, or probably plot the escape by taking off the chains and then moving. So then they got them separated, and they cut the bamboos long enough with the help of the itchy leaves. They used that as a form of brush to scrub them. Scrubbing them with it left them bruises all over their bodies. After they got bruised, they applied shea butter on them. So then they got them out this way. Left them for a couple of minutes. When they got dry, they applied the shea butter or palm kernel oils on them, making them look shiny and presentable for the buyers to come here to pick. Those buyers who were coming were looking for healthy looking captives. So they will go into the chains and shackles. But before going there, they had their branding tools, so they will leave it in the fire before they will grab whoever they want to grab. Whilst that was being, payment and then it's being done, the metal is getting hot. Once they get you to the tree, they will chain you to that tree and then use the hot metal on your back, your chest, your shoulder, or your forearms, leaving the marks on you to tell the public that you are now their properties. Whilst the others were in the chains and shackles, they moved those who were brought into the dungeons, kept in there before transporting them out of this particular land. The people who were left in the chains here were classified as useless commodities. Not a single person in that group saw the next daylight. Every single one of them were shot. They shot them there, dumped their bodies all around the place, and then they were allowed to rot. It was nature that covered the place all up. Meaning, I like to call it the bamboo slave dumping site. Others call it a cemetery. I don't like the word cemetery because they were not properly buried. You and I are not going this way today because you, as descendants of your ancestors, or our ancestors, you are here to pay them their last respect. So all I'm going to ask is that we will go for the first bath of return and wash our hands, get our feet washed, clean ourselves. Whilst doing so, we say some prayers. Anything you want to say, you go ahead and share it with the spirit. And once you are done, you come back and then we go to the other side. So please, come with me.
This is where we all return back. Yeah, I missed that step. Put it on. You didn't put your braces on. So be careful, cause all the steps not even. Some shorter, some dark. Okay. Oh, this is a real deep one. Something high. That's what they were out here. That's how people were out here. Hold it.
You gotta get on your knees.
Oh. yeah, people are returning back from the bear. Return of the bear. But on the other side, that's where our ancestors took their last bath. But this is the first bath of us coming back. You really have to be here, y'all. Just to see and, you know, to be a part of that path where Yahuwah took our ancestors through because of disobedience. A lot of people don't understand why these things happen. And, you know, they're mad and upset and this and that. I say we have to blame our ancestors for the things that we're in, but it's a way out. And that's being obedient, coming back to his laws, his statutes, and his judgment. And that's all he asks. Watch. When y'all start doing that, and you'll see things start turning around even much more quicker and faster. So we got to believe and trust in that. I said y'all done tried everything else and it ain't working. So let's be obedient to what he said in his word. Not the way Christianity teaching, not the way Islam teaching, but the way the scriptures teaching. All right, y'all. So you got some of that history there, but this just a teaser from the video. But you need to come here and be here in person and really feel it. Really feel what our ancestors had to go through. You know, it was horrible what they did, but yet, as I said, we got to get back to the Most High and stay on His path. And we'll never have these issues no more. I got him. I'm gonna get him up.
I go out and out.
We ain't got to bend too much. Oh, okay. So here's the wall. You come in right down on this wall. Yeah, the wall of return. You come, you put your name and stuff, let them know what year you was here.
Oh, I thought you going up there. Sign of his name. January 5th. Really, Papa?
Yeah, so people know. Because everybody don't know that. You know, to write it that way. So I put up there, that way they know my government name. And they come. I'm known as Mikael and also as Nana GME the first. I had to put my government name up there. So if any of y'all that come and know me by my government name, you know we've been here. So now the date, the reason why I wrote the date like that date, the first one, say 5/1/2024, well that's the 5th day of the first month. And that's how they, yeah. And see, that's how they do it over here in Africa. They put the date first, the month second, then the year. But I also put the way how we wrote it in the States, the first month, the 5th date. So you got both. You got both sides.